When I was watching the movie, I was thinking of how Iago was backstabbing Othello. And he was always trying to keep Othello close to him, and they're like good friends, they're supposedly good friends, and I guess it's kind of hard to think of our close friends as enemies, but maybe we could think of them as our competition, because it's like they're always trying to push us and we're trying to push them.
So they're not enemies, they're competition.
Probably.
Okay.
Because from my own experiences, I play the same sport as a lot of my friends, and we're always trying to fight for a spot. So, yeah, I guess it's competition.
Alright, so let's build on Tony's answer.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with Tony on the competition part because I have a lot of friends in sports and stuff, and we're always pushing each other. But also wondering why we tend to fight with our close friends or our family, like our brothers and sisters, but we don't fight with just a regular, like not as close as friends, but like just a regular friend, acquaintances. But we always fight with our best friends or brothers or sisters.
So if there's a relation between being an enemy and being a close friend.
Actually, I got another one. Couldn't you kind of like peer pressure? Like for high school, if you want to be popular, you're gonna have to do some sort of stupid thing to get people as friends. But those friends are not really your friends. They just want to hang out with you and take your money and stuff, But like, say if you're like a geek in high school, right? And if you have like a bunch of friends that are like kind of geeks, and you do something stupid to them that would make you be, popular to other people who, that could be another way of betraying your friends.
So Nick, what you're saying is that sometimes our close friends we take advantage of in order for personal gain. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's not. So I guess that's another way of looking at it. It's not competition, but I guess it might be using it in terms of competition. Right?
Okay. I think our friends can turn into our enemies, or our close friends can turn into our enemies, because we give them a lot of trust, and sometimes they can abuse it. And I want to share an experience, but yeah.
So it goes to the amount of trust that we give our friends, that they can easily. Oh, okay. So they can easily become an enemy because they have so much on over you.
That's what I was going to say. Since your friend knows so much about you and you just trust them, then they can tell people more things than you think. And they can easily become your enemy, like your worst enemy.
So what we're saying is that not necessarily that we keep our enemies close, but we keep our friends close to us. And our enemies oftentimes were our friends at one point, and they don't become our friends. Is it not like, I'm thinking, is that we've all heard the saying before, right? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Is it because I'm thinking like what you guys have been saying is it might be that we keep people close to us, and the people who are closest to us, like our best friends, have the potential of becoming our enemies. Is that what you're saying? Because they know so much. So it should say more like keep your friends close, but your potential enemies closer.
I think that comes from like the enemy you know is better than the enemy you don't. I think we discussed that another time. If you are close to your enemy and you know how they operate and how they are, you can better counter what they do. But if you don't know, then you have no preparation for what they're going to do.
Because why would you keep your potential enemies closer? Shouldn't you keep them farther away? Because then if you keep them closer to you, then they would know more stuff about you to what's it called? To use against you.
So then if you keep your enemies closer, does your enemies turn into your best friends and your closer friends turn into your enemies because you're hanging out or like closer with the enemies? So isn't it like
So it becomes like a reversal.
yeah. Right?
Because if you're spending more time with your enemies, they
Like your friends are gonna move away.
What if, like for example, if you have a like an old bully that used to pick on you since like kindergarten, now there's like this new transferred kid who just like picks on everybody. So wouldn't like your old bully be friends with you and like stop the other bully? I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
yeah, so the bully, you see, like a kid, you see a bully, where's the transfer
Yeah.
kid come in?
I just kind of messed up on my question. I was thinking
I'm
of
sorry, I was
something.
trying to figure out because that's a good example. Kind of along the same lines of what Ricky was saying. I think that's what you're trying to finish at, right?
Like you team up with your enemy for like greater good. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Like the old bully teams up with the people he was bullying to stop that other guy, the transfer guy.
Yeah.
So why would people? What are the reasons people would do that then? Corey?
I don't know.
What's that?
Because they want the power and they're not used to being the top dog of the school. And once that new bully comes in, they're gonna be like they feel like everything is lost and
So like they try to regain it.
yeah, they try to
Right.
make it
Try to
the people they're bullying.
So if I was a bully, has anybody seen Billy Madison the movie?
Yeah.
Alright, I think of Billy Madison, right? His time in high school was he was the bully, but when he goes back to school, what actually happens to him? Yeah, he's the one who gets bullied. So what's he do? He calls that list of people that he bullied in high school, and they kind of band together. Exactly what Corey's talking. They kind of band together and work together as a team. Does that work in real life though? Do we really honestly keep our enemies close to us?
no.
But
So where's this saying come from then?
we tend, well, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to, just to see what they're thinking, and you can kind of counterattack what they're thinking. So, we do keep our enemies closer, but I think it's an appearance of a friend, maybe. So we know that he's our competition, he's our enemy, but we're gonna be friends with him, so we know what they're thinking. You get it? Or does that kind of make any sense?
I see what you're saying.
Okay, so we keep it for our own protection? Like that
Yes.
question, how we were talking about survival that one time?
Awesome, high five, man.
Identify.
Good question.
How can you predict like your enemies in the future?
How
You
can
don't
you
know
predict
that.
what?
Like, how can you predict who's gonna be your enemy?
Well, you can't. I
Your
mean,
first,
yeah,
first impression of him.
Maybe when you get to know them better.
That's why you become their friend.
I think Tony said something about power, and it makes me think that maybe all this is. You know, when you meet somebody that, like Graham, you said the first impression thing. We all meet people off the bat, and you get that first impression like, oh, this person, I can see myself being friends with this person, or no way, I don't trust this guy. But then my question is, do we really go out of our way to be friends with people that we don't like, who are potential enemies? Like I don't see myself. I don't see myself being. If I look at my group of friends, I don't really see an enemy in there. But then that's the thing. How do I identify what an enemy even is? Like I think if we look at Ellie and Knight, it's really easy for him to identify who the enemy is. It's obvious to him, right? It's the people who are trying to kill him. However, if we look at Othello, can he easily identify who the enemy is?
No.
If he did identify it, who would he probably say the enemy was? Cassio. Would he be right in that? Probably not. So, how do we even identify who our enemies are and what does it even mean to be an enemy?
Maybe like you can kind of define who's your enemy by if you guys have the same morals and like values. So if you guys like think the same and like believe in the same thing, then it's kind of like a competition and you guys kind of share the same kind of
Is that what we're
experience.
in a competition? Is that what we're fighting for the power?
Power.
Is that why we're enemies?
Yeah.
We're our enemies,
I guess because everybody needs a sense of power. Like how Ellie and his shoes needed some source of power, I guess.
What with his shoes?
Yeah.
So how is that his power?
That's his property. His own property. Because most Jews didn't have property, their own property.
So really, are our friends, is this just a power thing? If we look at back to the core, right? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Right now, we're having a difficult time identifying who an enemy is. Are we having a difficult time identifying what an enemy even is, or is that because we don't even know what a friend is?
I don't know, let's look in the dictionary.
I think it's kind of both because if we don't know what an enemy is, then how can we identify who our friends are?
Well, what's the difference between an enemy and a friend? Because we use those words assuming that everybody knows what they mean. However, I think what we're having right now is, what does it mean? What's the difference between an enemy and a friend? Is that the biggest difference? Are there any other differences? So trust is one. Wait, explain that. Say that loud.
What if you trust your enemy and not yours?
Ooh.
Because he could be your friend.
So wait, your question is, so what if you trust your enemy but not know it's your enemy? Because if that's the difference between a friend and an enemy, if you trust somebody.
But wouldn't you consider that person a friend
Get into a friend.
if you trust them?
What's that?
Alright, so they're not your enemy. If you trust somebody, they can't be your enemy. Is that what I hear you guys
Unless you
saying?
trust them to do something.
So if you trust them to be a
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that mean you trust everybody? So if I don't trust my friend who I'm trying to fight for like shortstop with her white guard, then that's my enemy.
You can trust that she won't.
You don't know,
If
but
you're
you're not
fighting
sure she
like,
will.
for a spot, you can trust that
she's gonna
if
try her
you,
best.
if you give her like if you give her like some kind of duet, like she'll take it, even though you're kind of like, not needing to do that. Like
So, friend or enemy though?
it's a
Frenemy.
It's an enemy on the court or on the field.
but you trust them to do something like that.
It could be bad.